You have to love the chaos. You have to love the war. You have to love the idea of all the constant problems that you have to fix. Do you think Alexander the Great didn't feel that? You think Julius Caesar didn't feel that? You think Genghis Khan didn't feel that when he's getting all these reports from thousands of miles away that his borders are being attacked by this unknown group of bandits and he's at constant war in 7 different directions? And I'll tell you how you dictate it. Somebody's tolerance to stress. The better you are at dealing with stress, the more successful you will be, because as you climb up the ladder, the stress level increases. Decide to be the guy who's never had a day off gym for an entire year. You know, I haven't had a rest day from the gym in years, so I learn about discipline and pain and suffering. Even at my old age, with my long, difficult life, I'm still going to the gym every day to punish myself and show God that I am motivated and disciplined, and no matter what happens, I will not miss a single gym session ever. You just have to do things. Get up and actually try, actually work. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop being a lazy loser. Stop being an idiot. Stop scrolling garbage and actually try, and you can have it. The universe is full of blessings. What more do you want?
I've always been a believer in the struggles men have in their minds, and I've only constructed that mental model because I've been in situations in my life where I felt depressed. I'm not saying depression isn't real because I've never felt depressed. So you can distract yourself. I'm not saying it fixes all mental health, but it distracts you. Whereas in jail, you are stuck alone with your thoughts, and it was certainly a test of my mental resolve. And I also think that's one of the reasons I'm so large. I talk about those things a lot. I talk about those things a lot with men, and I help men with them, and I try and say to men overall that life as a man is pretty shit, and you're gonna feel shit for a pretty large percentage of the time. I was lucky I didn't have those problems, and when I spoke to people, most people's issues were things that were happening on the outside, and I felt really good knowing that my life is set up in a way where even if I'm plucked from it, it operates. And I set that up because I thought they were gonna kill me. But I have to believe it's gonna make me a better person. Why else did I go? What did I go for? To waste 3 months? To stare at a wall for 3 months?
There are moments in your life that you feel overwhelmed by life, by people, by your own circumstances, by struggles.
We all get knocked down in every aspect of life.
The real challenge of growth comes when you get knocked down.
You got to get messed up sometime. You got to get dirty. You got to get your feelings hurt.
If you get knocked down, there's nothing you can do about it. But getting back up has every single thing to do with you.
And maybe you've been knocked down in your life and it seems like, hey, the fight is over. It is not over unless you quit.
You can permit it to let it hold you down, or you can decide, I'm not going to let that happen to me.
But sooner or later, if you do not surrender, if you do not give up, it will subside.
Don't go through it, grow through it.
And as pain leaves your body, guess what's going to take its place? Success.
You cannot build anything that won't bring a battle. And if you're going through a battle right now, it's only because you're building something.
Will you let it break you, or will you let it redefine you?
Your pain is going to be a part of your prize. I challenge you to push yourself.
You want affirmation? Look yourself in the mirror and say, I think I can. I know I can.
You've got to decide to be relentless. You've got to decide never to give up.
Do whatever it takes. You gonna quit, or you gonna make it to your silver? You gonna quit, or you gonna make it to your goal? So you can stop waiting for it, you can stop wishing for it, and you can get on with the rest of your life. I need you to match whatever effort the enemy is putting up. Match the doggone efforts.
I'm going to think, I'm going to execute, and I'm going to win. And that's how you get to the next level. That's when you find a way.
I cannot stop what happens to me, but I can dictate how I respond.
I invested too much to quit. And when you find out what your why is, when you find your why, you find a way to make it happen. And finally, guys, you gotta wanna succeed as bad as you wanna breathe.
And you will promise me that from this day forward, you will not be defeated.
I gotta get out of here. I will not die on drugs. I will not die in depression. I will not die where you met me. I gotta get out of here. I will not die on drugs. I will not die in depression. I will not die where you met me.